culture hero, coming to save us all. You never judged us, taught us to stand up tall. Pop culture hero, taught us to be as one. After the prequels, the healing has begun. Walking the thin line between heaven, earth, and hell. Pop culture hero, saving us from ourselves.
Hey guys, Maniac with Game Access here, doing a little special unboxing tonight. As you can see in the background, I got Heavy Rain installing, and I got Heavy Rain actually updating right now, and I wonder why somebody would want Heavy Rain installing after it came out in February. And there's a really good reason. This is what I picked up today at Best Buy, the PlayStation Move. Oh yeah. I got the PlayStation Move here with the iToy and the wand, and I got an extra Navgation Controller. This thing is basically very similar. It reminds me a lot. I own a Wii, so this reminds me a lot about a Wii with the Wiimote and the nunchuck. But the one thing I do like about this system, as opposed to the Kinect, is that existing games that are already on the PlayStation's library, which a lot of people probably already have, like Heavy Rain or Resident Evil 5 Gold Edition and stuff like that, are fully Kinect compliant. And a lot of great games are going to work both ways, particularly games that I'm looking forward to, like the upcoming PS3 version of No More Heroes, called Heroes Paradise, and of course, the major upcoming game that I'm really looking forward to, Dead Space 2's Extraction version, the version of Dead Space Extraction that comes on Dead Space 2 PlayStation 3, is going to be fully Move compliant. So of course I had to be the pick up a Move. So what we're going to do is we're going to do an unboxing here, and I'm going to be showing you a little demo on the on Heavy Rain. We'll see how it works. All right, this right here is the PlayStation Move entry bundle, and what it comes with is the PlayStation iToy, the Move wand, and a game. This costs $100 in the United States, and the thing about it is that you can buy actually an iToy. In fact, a lot of people already have iToys because this was released a long time ago, separately, and you can buy the wand separately. You only need one iToy per PlayStation, but you're going to need multiple wands for each player. Now, this is $100 separately. There are $90, but you don't get the game. The game you have to buy separately. So what you get here is basically a little bit less. It's still $50 less than a Kinect costs by itself, but the trick about this is that it's not really that much more of a deal because you're going to need this too. And in case you're curious what this is a Navgation Controller. It's basically the same thing as the as like the Wii's nunchuck. Basically, you're going to need one of these, and these cost $30. These cost $30. So basically, these two together cost $130. Granted, you got a game with this also, but there's one other trick. There's a charge station as well that goes with both of these. And you're going to need to buy that, which I couldn't afford, and that's an extra $30 on top of that. So that right now we're up to about $160. And here's the best part. Are you ready for it? You're going to need an extra wand for every individual player. So I don't remember exactly how much wands cost, but I'm pretty sure they're about $40 or $50 a piece. About the same as right now. They're probably, if they're about $50, they're about the same as a new DualShock 3. And you're going to need one for each player. And also one of these as well. So you're going to need to spend, for every individual PlayStation Move that you're going to have, every individual Move player. Whereas opposed to Kinect, you have one, it supports 2 players, and you don't need to buy anything extra. It comes with a game, it's $150. Honestly, it kind of gives you a bit of a pick and choose kind of thing, but still, people saying that the Kinect is just a complete rip-off in comparison to the Move, yeah. Right, I'm just going to open this up. We can take a look at the unit. I have some very sharp implements, or hopefully they're sharp enough implements to get this thing open. Can you get this okay?
Yep. Got a perfect view.
Okay, there's 2 sides here. You see, look at this. It's not enough to have just one. You got to have 2. Look, you got to have 3 stickers keeping this thing closed. Actually, what's going to be the toughest is getting that thing open, I can tell you that. Okay, it's still not open. What's this stuff made out of? Freaking kryptonite? There we go. Alright, open the box, and what do we got here? Wrapping, wrapping, wrapping. Okay, take a look at this. This is the wand. This is the major component of the move. It looks a lot. It reminds me a lot of like a Wiimote. But as you can see here, take a look at this. Can you see this? Okay. This is soft. This is very soft. This is pretty much a small rubber or a soft plastic. This will glow in different methods depending upon your input method and stuff like that. As you can see here, it's got the 4 face buttons. It's got a main button. There's a select button here, a start button here, and a trigger button underneath. This is probably like an R. It's marked T, but I'm sure this is kind of similar to like an R1 or an R2 button. And oh, look at this right here. There is a external extension connection here. This is a USB probably for charging purposes, and these two right here are probably for the charge station. So I guess it charges via USB. I know it has an internal battery because it says it does. I figured, how the heck do you charge this thing without a charge station? It's got to run on batteries or something, but I guess you can just charge it through USB, just like you can charge the DualShocks. What else have we got here? Okay, this looks like... This is the PlayStation iToy from the looks of it, and it looks very similar to me to this is a USB. This is the USB connection. It runs on USB, and this is the iToy. Okay, look at that. The iToy actually has been around for a long time. It was mostly used for games like Eye of Judgment and stuff like that. This right here looks to be the microphone, and this right here is the lens. Basically, it's very, very similar to just a standard camera. There's really nothing special about it. Webcams are pretty similar, except this thing has a pretty good microphone to it. The trick, however, and what they said is it really doesn't need, Sony has said on several occasions that it doesn't really need to be a special camera, it just needs to be some kind of camera, because all the magic is basically in these things. All the motion control systems and the gyroscopic systems are all in this, are all in these things. So it doesn't really need to be a special camera. So basically it functions the same way as the Wii sensor bar, basically, except it has a microphone. Now the trick about the Wii sensor bar is it literally is a pretty simple machine. It's just a sensor. The magic is basically in the Wiimote itself, at least according to what Nintendo says. However, the Wiimotes basically can't work without the sensor bar because it needs to know, it needs the sensor bar's feedback and stuff like that. I hate this packaging. Whoever manufactures this packaging, I want you to die, okay? This packaging is terrible. You can't get in these things without stupid scissors like this. However, this is pretty much the same packaging of what basically has the DualShock 3s and everything else, so. And from the looks of it, even though I cut this thing open pretty good, it's still not coming apart. And as a person who's left-handed, for those playing the home game, there we go, I had to whip into it. Okay, this is the backing, the instruction manual. Yep, the Navgation Controller. And this is the controller itself. Now this is basically, for you guys not knowing it, it charges via USB. This is the Navgation Controller. It's basically designed to function like this. Very similar and or almost identical to how a Wiimote works. Imagine this being your Wiimote and this being your nunchuck and this being the sensor bar, basically. So once we get Heavy Rain up and running, as you can see, it's still it's basically a whole gig of data that needs to be downloaded for the Wiimote or for the patch. We're going to give that a look at this. Hold on. Oh, look at this. Okay, this is the game that's coming with the Wiimote, the PlayStation. This is the sports challenge game. It says it comes with games in golf, beach volleyball, archery, and actually I remember that the first demo actually for this was actually an archery game, table tennis, gladiator duel, and bocce. And it says it supports up to 4 friends, so it supports up to 4 players. It supports 480p, 720p, and 1080i high definition resolution. Requires 1 controller per player. Great. And right here, this is a demo disc, it says. This is the controller user manual. There is a move demo, which requires installation. Quick start guide. So it requires a software disk with calibration information in order to work according to the system, it says. Yep. It requires you have to set it to the blue dot. PlayStation 9. Yep, basically you're going to need to calibrate. We're going to need to calibrate it before we can start playing automatically. So, okay, we're going to get back to you as soon as this is done installing, and we're going to start the process of hooking it up.
We were simple folk, knew nothing of your ways. And you walked into town, and things began to change. At first we wanted you to leave, it was all too much to take. But then your magic reached us, oh yeah, make no mistake. Pop culture hero, coming to save us all. You never judged us, taught us to stand up tall. Pop culture hero, taught us to be as one. After the prequels, the healing has begun.